Okay, you're at the Watchmen Way. February 23rd, 2020. Lisa got info on a couple from Tennessee that were actually on the boat that got the coronavirus deal started in Japan. And supposedly, the wife tested, and these are both doctors now. They're both doctors from Tennessee. The wife tests positive with no symptoms. They take her to, I think, a hospital or a quarantine center. No, the hospital, I think. And then the husband, who didn't test positive and showed no signs, they put him in quarantine at a college somewhere. And the first question they ask, right, being a doctor, what about a false positive? Did you retest? They didn't want to hear anything of it. They basically slammed the door in his face when they put him in his cell, which is basically what they did. They locked him in a dorm room. I'm telling you guys, this is all hype. And the Q drop that came out, it might be a couple of days now, has been out. It all, exactly what I've been saying. They're going to use it. They're going to use this thing to blame the collapse on. The rumor now is that March 30th, we're switching to the gold standard. And is it March 12th? March 12th, they're talking about Obama being arrested. Obama 312. You know what 312 is, guys? Wouldn't that 312 is the anniversary of my stroke? Wouldn't that be something if they arrested Obama on the anniversary of my stroke? That would be greatest gift they could give me. That would be amazing. Talk about a sign from God. Can you imagine that? After all this time and all the days it could have happened, if it does happen on the 12th, that's amazing. That just clicked in my head just now. Wow. I'm telling you guys, the things that have been happening, I just, they're unexplainable. The connections and the contacts and just the way this thing is blowing up. And it's all good. I keep saying, I couldn't write a better script. I could not. If I sat down to write the perfect way to get through this, exactly what happened is what I would write. Because it couldn't go any better. And even though everybody's running around crazy because the swamp's going to come down and the economy's going to collapse and, they're so scared to change. This is the one time, guys, that this is change that us little guys want. Because it's change has been thousands of years in the making. Change that we have no business achieving. In 1967, I was 12 years old, and I looked at this, and I knew as a kid our government was corrupt and very powerful, and the Catholic Church was corrupt and very powerful. And in 2020, and I would lay in bed at night thinking to myself, how can we take these monsters down in the Catholic Church and our government and survive? How can something take those entities down and not be so devastating that it's not going to kill millions of people? And I've been agonizing over that, especially the last 5 years, right? To see this happening like this with President Trump, with unquestionably God's hand on him, guiding and protecting him. This is biblical stuff. This whole thing with the way, if you don't see the synchronicity of how this is all coming together, some of the biggest events, these are three of the top 5 events in human history. They might be the top 3. Swamp going down, economy going down, pedophiles going down. These are huge, and they're all going to happen within weeks of each other. Gold standard. Eventually, reset. Wipe the slate clean. Own your house. Own your car, free and clear. You're going to lose some stuff. You're going to lose your pension. You're going to lose your stocks and bonds. You're going to lose your bank account. God showed us physical silver and Litecoin for a reason. They're insurance against the devastation coming in this economic collapse. And guys, listen, anybody who's watching this that doesn't believe in the economic collapse, please contact me. Call me on my cell, message me, because the evidence is overwhelming. This is a mathematical certainty. There's nothing that can stop this freight train. It's like 90 miles an hour, and it's headed into the curves. The crash is going to be big because they let it grow on for 10 years longer than it should have, 11 years. This thing should have come down in 08. And here we are, 11 or 12 years later, and it's now ready. But how much bigger did that bubble get? I mean, 4 times the size maybe. So when it blows, if you're not prepared, you're going to have a tough time. It's going to be a tough go. What else we got here? Yeah, this is definitely, guys, this virus. U.S. patent, definitely false flag. It's stinking more of it every single day. And the thing is, guys, this is one of those false flags that in the long run, we're going to see as being a good thing. Like I said, this is, all indications are, after 5 weeks or so, this will not come close to how they're presenting it. It's all hype and no substance, because they keep screaming. Yeah, another good one. Here's one. Where is it? I'm just going to go through these. It'll take me forever to dig it out. Futures are crashing. 350 points down at 4 o'clock this afternoon. The futures for tomorrow. If this keeps rolling throughout the night, it's going to be a crushing day tomorrow. 1,000+ points off tomorrow if this thing keeps rolling. In an hour, it was down 350 points. And it was rolling down. Huge. If you can get your Litecoin or silver tonight, get it tonight, guys. I'm telling you. If this stock market finally realizes the reality of what's going on in China, it could drop 5,000 points tomorrow. It could drop 5,000 points tomorrow or more. It could be the biggest. We are going to see in the next 30 days, I think, we're going to see the biggest single day drop in stock market history. And I think, over the course of the next 4 to 6 weeks, we're gonna lose over 50% of the stock market. I think it's there, guys. Gold is soaring. Jesus. Virus goes global. South Korea warns of a watershed moment. Italy confirms third death. Cancels the Venice Carnival. A big deal over in Italy. 10-year Treasury yield, 10-year Treasury yield, it plunges to within 1 basis point of recession. We're already in the recession, guys. This is, the technical, going to be the technical definition. We're already in there. The problem with the recession is they really don't confirm it until after you're already in it, deeply in it. And we're going to find out we've been in a recession for months at least. World's biggest oil hedge fund plunges 8% in January. What do you think it's going to be in February? Look at what's going on. They're using 3 or 4 million barrels a day less in China right now. A day less. They've got ships backed up in the Pacific. They can't offload in China because all the factories are closed. They got nowhere to put it. Maybe they can't pay for it. And now you got the problem of all that material that was coming into China to make parts. All those factories are closed. So now you got factories around the world waiting for parts from China that are all going to be closing. Do you see what's happening here? This is irreversible, guys. We will not recover from this. It's going to be a matter of when do they announce it? When do they announce a catastrophe? And it's not a catastrophe. This is the best thing that could happen to the average man. People who are janitors, who are gardeners, are going to be millionaires because of what's coming. The greatest transfer of wealth in human history. Litecoin, you can buy it for less than $80 tonight. Some analysts believe it's going to be $3 million each in 4 years. I think that number's conservative. There's only 84 million worldwide. 64 million have already been sold. We haven't hit the collapse yet. What do you think is going to happen when the banks close? Or the stock market drops 5,000 or 10,000 points? It's going to go through the roof. Don't miss the boat. You won't be able to buy it. If you wait until after this happens, you will not be able to buy it. Or if you do, or when you are able to buy it, it's going to be $500 or $800 or $1,000. Silver, the same way, guys. Get it tonight. There will be links posted. There's links posted on almost every Watchmen Way live chat for the last several weeks. It's all over. Coinbase.com, sdbullion.com. Don't miss the boat. China, here's another one. Here's another one. Now remember now, put this into context. We're talking about a planet with 7.5 billion people. So listen to this. In China, what do they got? 1.2 billion, or they might be over, I don't know. It's over 1 billion, I know, the population of China. The big news, the big fear porn. Oh, wow. China is misreporting the new cases of the virus. So you would expect it would be in the thousands. 7.5 billion people. They reported one and there was 50. 50 people in a population of 7.5 billion? It's a grain of sand on the beach. It's a joke that they're blowing this so out of proportion. And it's been around for over a month now. This is more about the hype than it is about the danger. Because I'm still challenging anybody. Please, show me where I'm wrong. Show me where the danger lies in this thing. Because I've been asking now for a couple of weeks, at least, and haven't seen a peep from anyone because it's not out there. Because for this to be what they say it is, you got to have a lot bigger numbers. But people don't understand that. They don't understand that we lose every year around the world between 10 and 60,000 people a year during the flu season. That's just from the flu. This isn't going to be as bad as the flu. It's all hype, guys. And look what it's doing to the economy. You think it's an accident? You think it's a coincidence? It's not. Just the fact, here's another one from Q. What they're going to do is use the virus to first declare a national emergency, then it's going to shift into martial law. And then the economy goes down. You got the coronavirus. Everybody's scared about the coronavirus. Everybody's scared about the economy. And they arrest everybody. I called it last 14, 16 months ago. Collapse the economy first and then do the arrest. Because once people are worried about their paychecks and their mortgages, they're not going to care about Obama or Clinton. They added something to the pot. They threw on the coronavirus because now you got the virus and the economy. Who do you think is going to complain about Obama going down when they see what he's done? Or Clinton when they watch the Hillary Clinton snuff video? Not a peep is going to come out of these liberals. Antifa. And probably because Soros is going to be one of the first ones to go down. He's going to be, I bet you, in the first week. They want him out of the game. They want his money out of the game. They're going to take him down quick, I think. He might go before Obama. He should probably go before Obama. He should be there right now, actually. Should have been there a long time ago. I don't know why he's still walking the streets. Well, I do know. It's part of the deal. They're not going to do this until they're ready. Until they know that they've got all the threats neutralized. And trust me, guys, you're going to find out. The reason that this didn't happen like 2 years ago, because they had the potential to kill millions with the weapons they had access to. Nuclear weapons, bioweapons. It's happening when it's supposed to happen. And it looks like that's any day now. Boy. Yeah. Supply chain disruptions impact global growth. It's not the supply chain disruptions. It's the global growth. The global growth stopped, and that interrupted the supply chain. Yeah, it's what came first, the chicken or the egg? Well, yeah. The growth stopped is what happened. Haven't seen anything yet, guys. Don't forget, remember now, God called me 2015 to warn about these things. The swamp draining, the economy collapsing, the pedophiles being exposed. Showed me physical silver Litecoin. We've been saying now for almost a couple of years. All of the Watchmen have been accumulating physical silver and Litecoin, all taking portions of our profits and paying it forward during the recovery phase when it's most needed. God came to me about a month ago now, I guess, and told me that our added responsibility and a clarification of that paying it forward is that paying it forward is to be designated as the foundation of God's church, which is the church that Jesus taught 2,000 years ago, called the Way. It's the most pure religion in the world. You know, tell the truth every time, do the right thing every time, live your life in the service of others, treat others with respect, put your donations in the hands of the needy. There's no priest, there's no pope, there's no hierarchy. We're all equal. We're all the church. The church is everywhere. We meet in each other's homes. There's no buildings. The reason it never got adopted, because the elites couldn't control it. That's why we got the Catholic religion. Guys, God told me he wants the way ready for when the collapse of the Catholic Church comes this year, 2020. The Pope is going to resign. He's going to announce that 50% of priests are pedophiles. It comes down from the inside. God wants the way ready, and we're already prepared to receive those people, because there's going to be hundreds of millions of Catholics looking for a new home, looking for comfort, looking for answers, and they're going to find it at the Way. Take the challenge. Take the 1 week challenge. Try living your life the Way for a week and see what a difference it makes. It's amazing, guys. You know, a lot of times we'll make excuses for telling a white lie or trying to avoid a conflict. You know, in our minds, it sounds like the right thing to do, but it's really not. Tell the truth. Risk a discussion or an argument. What you're going to find out is most of the time that you thought it was going to be a big deal, it's not a big deal. And it helps clear the air. And you feel a lot better about the situation, about how you handled it. Because you handled it honestly. Trust me, it's life-changing, guys. God's told me, and I believe it 100%, that the Way is going to be the biggest religion in the world within 20 years. I mean, when he told me this, it was like, duh. You know, it makes perfect sense. But I had no clue, you know, that the Watchmen, this, and guys, think about this. Think about the Watchmen leading the revival of God's church, and then that church becoming the biggest religion in the world. This is huge. This is world changing. This is making the world a better place. And I thought we were just going to be, you know, waking a few people up. We're changing the world with what we're doing, guys. The world is changing because of the things we're asking people to do. Because not only are they going to be prepared physically, they're going to be prepared spiritually and mentally. Hitting the ground running on the other side of this thing, doing God's work, it doesn't get any better than this. If you want to be a better person, if you want to lead a better life, if you want to live your life in the service of others, you're at the right place. Nobody's here by accident, guys. Nobody's here by accident. You're here for a reason. And it's funny, I can't tell you, and I try to talk to members as much as I can. Most people can't, I don't know how I found you. And just one day you ended up on my feed, and I'm glad you did. Because I've learned so much. It's not an accident, guys. God led you here. It's that simple. Just like he led me here. And there is nothing to be fearful about. There's nothing to be worried about. If you're prepared, you're going to thrive through this. I think in America, even if you're not prepared, you're going to get through it. You might struggle, you might not eat every day, but I think President Trump's on top of this. And it's a big order to fill, guys. We're talking about 320 million Americans, plus with, in the middle of an economic collapse that's basically going to freeze credit, which means the supply chain quits running. Because if those truckers can't use their credit cards to buy fuel, that food's not moving. And think about all the trucks moving across this country every day. And that coming to a halt immediately. And that's what happens when credit freezes. That's what happens. President Trump is ready for this. Now, don't use what I'm saying as an excuse not to prepare. Because I'm telling you, it's very possible there's going to be pockets where things get dicey. Where maybe there's not enough troops, or lots, like Portland might be an example where there's a lot of Antifa, a lot of liberal sentiment. That could be dicey. Mostly liberal strongholds, I think, maybe Chicago. I think the people, though, and I've said this, guys, when the pedophilia comes out, when the pedophilia is exposed, it changes everything. Because then it eliminates the liberal conservative paradigm. I talked about this today. Because then people understand, crap, these liberals have been, and that, even though this isn't a 100% liberal deal, guys, there's going to be a lot of conservatives caught up in this mess, in this pedophilia. But the huge majority of it goes on top of the liberals, because they're the ones. It's the Clintons, it's the Obamas, and their cronies and crews that are the heaviest involved in this. It's the Bush clan on the other side, on the conservative side. But it's all there. It's all there. And it's going to get blamed on the liberals. And then people are going to understand when they see that there are both Democratic presidents and at least one Republican president. Bush 41 would have been a part of this crew too. There'd have been 2 and 2. You think people are going to, they're going to, let's put it this way. It will be the awakening. It will be people coming to the realization that everything we've been saying here for a couple of years now, and what I've been saying for over 5 years, is 100% true. And just think how that changes the world. When mostly all these liberals who still are attacking President Trump with no evidence, when they see what the Clintons and Obama and a lot of other liberals, again, conservatives thrown in there, the world's going to unite around, not just America, the world's going to unite around President Trump. Because they're going to understand at that moment why he's been under such heavy attack. Then the light bulb is going to go on like it did for me when God showed me about the way. The same thing's going to happen to the liberals when they see that Clinton snuff video. That's going to be the big one. And then they have access to all the other ones. And most of those people are liberals or globalists. Same thing. It's over for the globalist agenda. It's over for the mainstream media. It's over for the Democrats. They're done. They will not survive this. One of the reasons is they're going to be headed for the hills. Because if they're not in jail, they're not going to be on the streets. You won't be able to find them. Because just think about, just for example, Chris Cuomo. Jake Tapper, Don Lemon, all been to Pedo Island. There's going to be video coming out. What do you think would happen to those clowns if they got caught on the streets of New York torturing and murdering children when that video is out? How do you think the people in New York are going to feel about them? Those same liberals that have been supporting their lies for 3 or 4 years are going to chase them down in the streets and hang them if they catch them. I'm not condoning violence. I'm just telling you, when people see what's been done to our children and the people that have been doing it, what do you think they're going to do? I'm telling you, outrage, anger, vengeance is what people are going to want. I don't blame them for wanting it, especially if you've had a kid that's gone missing and then you see the reality of where most of these kids been going. 800,000 a year in America. Look it up. That's not a mistake. 800,000 children a year go missing in America. Many of them abducted by the CIA, covered up by the FBI. And all of that's going to come out through this process. So you don't think this needs to happen? You better wake up. Because if this doesn't happen within 100 years, there are only 500 million of us. Eventually, these monsters will win. If we don't eradicate them now, who knows when this is going to stop? God's going to make sure it happens now. President Trump's going to make sure it happens now. The Watchmen are going to make sure this happens now, as well as patriots and Christians around our country, and I think around the world. This isn't just an America thing. You know, I think communism is finished. 10 years. Communism's dead in the world. People are fed up. They're not going to take it anymore. And when all this gets exposed, the economy, the swamp, the pedophiles, people are going to finally say we've had enough. And they're going to stand up and wait to see what America and Russia do then. Because they're going to back the people. And I think Putin knows what's coming. I really believe that Putin knows this day's coming, and he's going to let it happen. China might be a little rougher, but China, if they get Russia and America pushing on them hard enough, they're going to cave eventually. And hopefully it happens without a lot of violence there, because that's the potential for huge loss of life is China right now. Because they're the ones that could possibly, crush a rebellion violently and swiftly. And hopefully if Russia and America put enough pressure on them, because they can't survive this, guys. Without Russia and America's support, they're in a position right now of such weakness that I'll guarantee you they'll come down. If China and America don't help, if they don't all work together, America's the only one that could get through this on its own. Everybody else is going to need help. We're going to be in a great position here, guys, because we're in the best position. And in America, the Watchmen are in the best position to lead by example, to win all of these liberals who have been criticizing us and calling us names and attacking us relentlessly, that we take the high road. We set the example. We take their hands, we pull them up, and we bring them along with us. We're all in this together, guys. As Americans, if you know your history, every time we've been faced with a challenge, we have risen up, we have pulled together, and we've gotten through it. This is going to be no different. We will never be more proud. I will never be more proud than when all this goes down. It's going to be amazing, guys. Man's greatest age, 1,000 years of peace and prosperity. Show me the downside. I'm still waiting. Okay, let's see what we got for questions. Cousin Bill, what's going on? Kathleen, hello. David, Susan, how are you? Tom, what's up? Lisa. Everybody say thank you to Lisa. She's working her tail off. And our super sleuth reporter who will tell us about how she was sitting right next to Vincent Fusca at the Trump rally in Arizona. Mansfield. Danny, is it cold in Canada? It's about 72 here in California. I'm thinking of you. Rita, hello. Helen, hello. Myra, how you guys doing? Yeah, South Korea is closing its Samsung plants now. I'm telling you guys, it's over. Buy as much silver and Litecoin as you can. Get your extra food, extra water, medical supplies, and ammo. I don't think many of us are going to have to fire a shot, but we have to be prepared for the worst. Jeannie, Nadine, Tommy, how you doing? Danielle, I was just making fun of you. Lisa and Cindy Lou. You guys are all getting too smart. I don't have any questions. Joy, how you doing? Mike, what's up? Yeah, well, Tom is saying that 2 months ago, China was having all the riots, and now you don't see any of them. Guys, that doesn't mean they aren't happening. There's a lot of civil unrest going on in China right now. They're just not showing it. You know, China's shut down the internet for all practical purposes. You know, they're arresting people that are talking about this stuff in China. Remember, they don't have free speech over there. And this is what our liberal Democratic friends want. They want the same system that China has, where if you speak out against the government, they come and get you. That was Obama and Clinton's America, not ours. Yeah, and Epstein didn't kill himself. Yeah, Kathleen's reporting also. Samsung closing its doors. I'm telling you, you're going to see plant after plant after plant. And not just in China, guys. Remember, there are plants around the world that depend on parts from China that aren't coming. This on top of China was dead in the water before this happened. How do you think we're going to recover? It can't. Don't wait. Do not wait. We are the way, the truth, and the life. Thanks, David. Think about that, guys. Think about 90% of the evil being removed at the same time the way is exploding in the world. Just think about the world we're going to have. It doesn't get any better. I don't know what's this conversation about? Taking anything from Jesus Christ? What? we're promoting the religion that Jesus taught. I don't know. I don't understand. Am I missing something here, Danielle? Danielle got lost online. God led you here, Danielle. Benny, God is in control. Keith is, listen, I've been saying now, this is going to happen on God's time. When God's ready, this is all going to go down. I just think we're really close. And all the indicators are saying the same thing. I am the lowest weight I've been since I was in college, I think, or you know, in that range, 25. Oh, Nadine, what you must be traveling, Nadine, if that's the truth. No, we do not endorse violence except in self-defense, and then you unleash hell on them. Uh, what I'm saying, I'm just telling you what's going to happen. If when this comes out, the monsters who you're seeing on video get caught in the street, it's not going to end well for these people. And I'm not condoning it. This is a reality. It's only 57 in Arizona, 2 degrees in Canada. Oh boy, Danny, I don't know how you do it. With all my broken bones and other injuries, I can't handle that cold anymore. I don't want any part of it. It better be 70 because I don't want anything else. Technical difficulties. Oh, Lisa got me a stylus. Thank you, Lisa. Welcome all the new members. 50 in Tennessee, that's not bad. Minus 17 in Duluth. No, thank you. Minus 39. Minus 39. Why? Why are you living in the North Pole? I don't get it. Okay, guys. That's all the questions. We covered a lot tonight. A lot of stuff happening, guys. Please, please, please do not procrastinate. The sirens, the warning sirens are going off around the world. This is not going to last much longer. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't do that to yourself and your family. Because when you wait to the last minute, sometimes it passes you by and you miss it. If you can, whatever you can do tonight, do tonight. Even if it's a little bit, do something and then add to it. Don't think, well, I got to wait for this or I got to wait. If you got funds available, make it happen. There's not much time. This could go down tomorrow. Don't wait. You'll regret it for the rest of your life, I'm telling you. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Remember, fear not. God and President Trump are 1,000% in control. We'll see you tomorrow night at 5 Pacific. God bless.